I'm Allison Ruel, and I'm the traffic engineer for the city of Quincy. As the traffic engineer, my primary responsibility is maintaining our traffic signals and maintaining the infrastructure that we have, and looking at new designs and ways to make things move faster and make intersections safer. I don't know, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. I moved here when I was 23 for a new job as a traffic engineer for a consulting firm, and I've stayed here ever since, and I live in Weymouth with my wife and 2 dogs. This department was newly created sometime 2016, 2017, a little bit before when I joined the team in 2018. And since then, we've been able to tackle a lot of the issues more effectively with our own budget, our own flexibility in priorities, different from the DPW. I think it was hugely important. I think a lot of the results that we're seeing kind of speak for themselves, to be able to form a team here that's, focused on a targeted mission, as opposed to, being wrapped into something broader. Starting in 2018, we did a very robust investment in our traffic signal systems. There's a lot of technology out there these days monitoring the intersections, and there's an adaptive system in the downtown core that really pulls vehicles through in an effective way in such a unique roadway network. So a big part of that investment in 2018 was upgrading emergency preemption systems to something GPS-based rather than line-of-sight based, which with some of the geometry of the roadways, line of sight's not always effective for emergency vehicles to trigger that and have that change in time. So having something GPS-based, especially for the fire trucks to be able to use, because they're such big, vehicles trying to maneuver through to get to an emergency. So that's been really effective in lowering response times and things for the fire department. That technology also communicates with the MBTA buses. So we consequently have the largest deployment in Massachusetts of transit signal priority. And our initial testing has shown that it reduces bus travel times by about 10% during peak hours. And it improves reliability, and the goal there is obviously to increase ridership on buses and get some of these cars off the road. And the road network in New England is obviously very unique. There's a lot of space constraints because these roads are very old and, traverse through the city the way that they have for hundreds of years. And, it takes a lot of innovative problem solving and really a lot of brainstorming to come up with solutions that can fit in the confines of the space that we have to make improvements. Well, I went to school for civil engineering, and as you're going through your different disciplines of civil engineering, traffic and transportation just kind of piqued my interest. I like working with people and, something that affects people, that people are thinking about all the time. People are sitting in traffic. You don't necessarily think about how your water is getting through your faucet or, any other kind of part of civil engineering that kind of happens behind the scenes. This is always at the forefront of people's minds. So I think it's really interesting in that way. Just so, people know, when you push the button at an intersection, it knows you're there. Once is enough. Those old cast iron buttons, if it genuinely doesn't come up, give it some time. If it genuinely doesn't come up, give us a call, but just give it a minute, because if you keep slamming it, you're gonna break it.
I have to admit, I'm that guy.
Yeah.